All right. Hey guys, this is Jackson Roberts at ATX Mortgage Lending, and I wanted to explain the seller contributed 2-1 temporary interest rate buy down. So first I'll talk by saying, one of the main objectives to buyers buying in this market is higher interest rates, right? So interest rates are higher, making monthly payments higher, making homeownership less affordable. So this is a really good strategy to where all parties are happy. So the buyer is able to get a lower monthly payment that helps make the home more affordable. And then the seller is able to not have to drop their price so much. So they net more, the buyers have a more affordable monthly payment. It all wins out. So let me show you an example here. To start, these interest rates are not an accurate quote. It's just for use for an example. Definitely contact me for your scenario if you want an updated rate quote. So let's say your home is listed at $365,000. And if you're a seller and you want to sell your home and you're thinking about, do I drop the price by $8,000 or do I give what's called an $8,000 seller credit? So to you as the seller, it's the same bottom line, but to the buyer, you're able to use $8,000 towards buying down the rate temporarily. And it's much more helpful for your monthly payment. So let's look at the first column. We're going over monthly payment. You've got a buyer at 365,000. They're putting, 10, 20% down. You've got an interest rate of 7.4% on a 30-year fixed loan. That would make their principal and interest payment $2,279, right? So let's say you drop the price, right? Like you start dropping the price to try to make it more attractive to buyers. Well, if you keep the same loan to value ratio, you drop the price 8,000, interest rate's the same. You see, they only save $50 a month on their monthly payment. It's very marginal, the impact. And that's the number one concern right now is interest rates and monthly payment for buyers. But if you were to offer $8,000 that they could use to go towards buying the rate with a temporary rate buy down program, you see here, if I zoom in year one, their interest rate would be 5.4%. Year two, the interest rate would be 6.4%. And then years 3 through 30, it says years 3, but it's really years 3 through 30, it would be 7.4%. So you're essentially offering them in year one an interest rates that is 2 percentage points cheaper. In year two, it's 1 percentage point cheaper. And then years 3 through 30, it will stay at the note rate. And it's not an adjustable rate mortgage. It doesn't go up. It just stays there. So how that's helpful is a lot of people think rates are going to go down in the next 2 years or so, or by that time. So that buyer can refinance out of that into something that's fixed over 30 years for a more permanent time. As you can see here, what that does to your monthly payment by reducing the interest rate is it makes it in year one, 1,865, year two, 2,076, year three, 2,279. So year one, they're saving $414 a month. Year two, they're saving $203 a month. So moral of the story is if you're not getting interest on your home, you're not selling, it might be more effective to offer credits towards a rate buy down than dropping your price if the buyer's pain point is monthly payment and affordability. Because think about how much you'd have to drop the price for them to save $400 or $200 a month. I mean, you'd probably have to go to around $300,000 on your price, which is ridiculous. You're not going to drop it by that much. Instead, keep the price high, keep your net proceeds high, and offer $8,000 towards a rate buy down. And same as if you're the buyers. If you're buying and you don't want to lower your price point by $100,000 or $200,000 just to afford it, instead negotiate seller credits for a temporary rate buy down. Now, the one downside to this, and it's not really like a downside, but it's just maybe more of a risk, is that if rates don't come down, well, then you got a 2-year temporary savings on your monthly payment, but it's not like your rate's going to go up on you. It's not like you lose this money. If you refinance before the 2-year period, the remaining amount of seller credits that aren't used are applied towards your principal balance. So you don't have to worry about like losing if you refinance in a year or 8 months or 15 months, anything like that. So please reach out if you have more questions. Like I said, my contact info is below and I'm happy to explain further, but this is a good strategy you can utilize as a seller or a buyer.